Hey, beautiful souls, it's Olivia Tessa Deshoux. Welcome back to my weekly fitness and spiritual development update. This week was a little different because I just have returned from the 2025 Wellness Tourism Summit in Byron Bay, New South Wales, Australia. And while it was a totally amazing experience, it definitely shifted my routine, my energy, and the way I approached both my body and my spiritual practices. So today I want to share with you what I learned, not just about myself, but about the deeper connections between fitness, spirituality, Indigenous wisdom of the land that we walk on. So first, a little background. The Wellness Tourism Summit is one of the leading events in Australia and globally for people in the wellness, healing and conscious travel spaces. It brings together facilitators, teachers, healers, resort owners, retreat planners and anyone dedicated to helping people travel in ways that support health, soul connection and the planet. I spent a few days there networking, listening to insightful speakers and exploring opportunities to collaborate with like-minded beings on a face-to-face wellness experience level. It was incredibly expansive, but it also came with some personal challenges. Because I was away, my usual fitness program just went out the window, of course. Instead of being able to train the way my body had become accustomed to, I found myself sitting for long hours, driving to get there and back. Whilst there, sitting still, listening to speakers, sharing space with other delegates, and navigating early morning schedules that interrupted my usual sleep, meditation, and energetic practices. At first, I'll be honest, it was a little frustrating. It took me sort of 2 days to fully release the resistance of not moving my body in the way that I wanted to. But once I surrendered into the new rhythm of the week, something shifted. I embraced the opportunity to listen more deeply to my body and to the land that I was on. And Byron Bay, as many of you know, holds a powerful spiritual frequency. It's a place where the veil feels really thin, where nature feels alive, and where the presence of the Aboriginal custodians, both past and present, is palpable. And when I slowed down, I could really feel it. I felt an intensely loving and protective energy from a large collective of Indigenous male warriors, guardians of this land. I also asked permission before doing my energy work, and when I tuned in, I could feel them there watching, guiding and protecting. It felt so beautiful, and I just knew to just listen and feel deeply and to let go of my usual energetic work routine. And for those of you who don't know, I carry natural mediumship skills. So during this week, I also connected with some passed over Indigenous beings whom I have known in the physical plane. And these two encounters weren't just comforting, they were teaching moments. They both shared with me insights around the current energy on this land, especially regarding the presence of what they called the white fella vibration, an energy that at this time felt self-serving and honestly quite creepy. The message I received was clear: if you're going to visit this area, just make sure your energetic filtration system is powered up. Filter out what doesn't serve you before, during and after your stay, because while Byron is incredibly beautiful and spiritually charged, there's also a lot of energetic pollution floating around. So now when I say energetic filtration system, I'm talking about the tools and practices we can all use to strengthen our auric field and prevent external energies from draining us. For me, this includes breath work, intention setting, visualization, protection, light grids, daily clearing practices, and whilst practicing my permission rose hypnosis within the Soul Remembrance course content within the Starseed Siblings app. So powering up this system did leave me feeling some fatigue when I returned, but that's normal. And when we strengthen our field, we burn through energy at first. So I gave myself extra grace with my fitness training this week and just backed off that little bit. Even with that fatigue, I still managed to glide through my workouts with a lot of ease and grace. And my focus wasn't on pushing through pain as usual, but on respecting my body, listening to its cues and allowing recovery to be part of the growth process. And that's an important reminder. Fitness doesn't always have to mean more, harder, faster. Sometimes the most powerful progress happens when we just soften, when we recover, and when we just align. On the nutritional side, I stayed on point throughout the whole trip. I prepared my own meals and snacks, and I have to say the food provided by the host at Elements was outstanding, fresh, healthy and nourishing. Exactly the kind of fuel I needed to keep my energy high without feeling heavy. So nutrition, as you've heard me say before, isn't just about calories or macros, it's sacred fuel. It's how we honour our bodies as a vessel for light, for source, and for the work we came here to do. So as I move into the next week, I'll be mentally preparing for a more intense training program. I'll also be sharing my biometrics at the end of the week so we can track progress together. And remember, this isn't just about the physical results. For me, this challenge is about expanding spiritually, deepening my mediumship, strengthening my light language connection, and serving my mission with more clarity, strength, and joy. So thank you so much for listening, following along, and hopefully finding inspiration in my journey. If you're feeling called to start your own physical or spiritual challenge, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you want daily support on your own journey, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual, I invite you to check out the Starseed Siblings app. Inside you'll find lots of free resources plus some guided hypnosis, breathwork, EFT and multidimensional practices designed to keep your energy aligned and your light body activated. Together we rise, together we remember, and together we thrive in love and joy. Thanks for listening. Talk to you next time.